Good Monday morning, you guys, and welcome to week 2 of our new kind of learning. I wanted to respond to some of the questions I saw on our virus feedback form and last week's exit survey. A lot of you guys asked how my spring break was, and it was actually very relaxing. We spent a couple of days painting the room that I'm sitting in, and that was pretty much all of our spring break. Since then, we've been going out in the sunshine in the yard and pulling weeds, mostly to get sunshine and vitamin D and just to get out of the house. Other than that, pretty much like y'all, we've been sitting around doing nothing, waiting for this to do whatever it needs to do. For this week, we are going to be working more on complex numbers, and complex numbers are including the imaginary numbers. This week is going to be multiplying and dividing complex numbers. Last week we spent just an introduction to complex numbers and adding and subtracting them. The biggest questions I saw going on from last week's work was how to deal with the negative underneath a square root sign. So I just wanted to kind of bring it back down to when you have a negative underneath the square root sign, all you do is circle your -1 as your factor and cross it out and move an I to the outside of the square root. So basically I equals the square root of -1. That was last week's work. This week we're going to be multiplying and dividing, so you're going to be actually doing a lot of I squareds. When you do I times I, you get I squared. So the thing I really wanted to point out on that is whenever you have an I squared equals -1. So you can remove the I squared and just put parentheses and put -1 in it. And that's how you'll be dealing with a lot of the work for this week. Some of the other comments that I saw coming in the exit survey was that you didn't know what to do or how to get help. And I know it's a lot harder when you're working on your own. You can't just raise your hand and say, Ms. Harper, come over here and help me. So I wanted to talk to you about how you can get help. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I will have my live office hour link open. And pretty much all that is anytime during that time, if you click the link on the roadmap, it'll open up a video chat with me. And I have a whiteboard set up. I can work problems, answer questions on it, and help you get back on your way. As soon as you've got your question answered, you can leave. So it's kind of a come and go. Think of it like walking down the hall at school and popping into my classroom and asking a question. Almost as cool without the candy drawer, but everything else, I can still help you one-on-one. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, my live office hours are between 5 and 6. So same thing. But what happens if you're working maybe late at night? I've seen a lot of you guys work late at night. If you're working late at night and you have a question, a couple of ways you can do it is you can go out onto Google Classroom on the assignment and make a private comment. And then I can go in and respond to those. Or if it's something you think the whole class might need to know, then just go out onto the class stream and make a class comment there. Either way, wherever you make the comment, I'll respond to it there. The other one a few people have run into is on ClassKick. And I've had a few comments of people not being able to get into ClassKick. ClassKick is tied to your Google account. So if you happen to be on a personal Google account as opposed to your Mesquite Google account, it's going to throw ClassKick off. And so when the screen comes up and it says class code, there is a login button. When you click the login, you're going to have to log in with your Mesquite ISD Google account. For some of you, it may even require opening an incognito window. I don't know, but experiment with that. Most people are having some luck getting in. And if I happen to be on ClassKick and see you're on, I will watch what you're doing. I can type notes. So those are some of the ways that you can get help. And I look forward to talking to you guys and seeing you guys during office hours, and have a great week. Bye.